Meet Nala, a young Nigerian woman with a heart-wrenching story, adopted by relatives who promised a loving home but delivered only pain and punishment. Her eyes hold a deep sorrow, her tears a silent scream. What secrets lie behind her downward gaze? What scars have been etched on her soul? Join us as we unravel Nala's journey, a tale of resilience and hope in the face of adversity. In a small village in West Africa, a young girl named Nala was born to a loving mother, Zuri. Zuri was a kind and gentle soul, but she was also a single mother. And in their traditional community, this was seen as a shame. When Nala was just a toddler, Zuri fell ill and passed away, leaving Nala all alone in the world. With no immediate family to care for her, Nala was taken in by her mother's relatives, the Aji family. They lived in a nearby town and were known for their wealth and influence. But unbeknownst to Nala, her new family had a dark secret. They resented Zuri for her sin and saw Nala as a constant reminder of their family's shame. From the moment Nala arrived at the Aji household, she was treated like a servant. She was forced to do chores from dawn till dusk, and any mistake she made was met with harsh punishment. Her relatives made her sleep on the floor, and she was given scraps to eat. Despite her young age, Nala was expected to work tirelessly, and her tears were met with cruelty. As the years passed, Nala grew into a beautiful and intelligent young girl, but her spirit was slowly breaking. She longed for love and acceptance, but her relatives only saw her as a burden. They reminded her daily that she was lucky to have a roof over her head and that she should be grateful for their generosity. One day, when Nala was 12, she discovered a hidden photo of her mother, Zuri, in an old trunk. The photo showed a radiant woman with a warm smile, and Nala felt an instant connection. She realized that her mother was not a shame, but a wonderful person who loved her dearly. This discovery ignited a fire within Nala, and she began to dream of a better life, one where she would be loved and cherished for who she was. Nala's heart raced as she gazed at the photo, her eyes drinking in every detail. She saw the same bright smile, the same sparkling eyes, and the same warm embrace that she had felt in her dreams. For the first time, she felt a sense of belonging, a sense of being loved. Tears streamed down her face as she realized that her mother had not abandoned her, but had been taken away too soon. As she held the photo close to her chest, Nala felt a surge of determination. She would no longer be treated like a servant, no longer be punished for her mother's sins. She would fight for her place in the family, for her right to be loved and cherished. But as she looked up, she saw her relatives' cold, unforgiving faces. They had been watching her, waiting for her to make a mistake. And now, they saw the fire in her eyes, the defiance in her stance. "You think you're better than us, don't you?" her aunt sneered, her voice dripping with venom. "You think you deserve love and respect? You're nothing but a shame, a reminder of your mother's mistakes." Nala felt a stinging slap across her face, and she fell to the ground, the photo slipping from her grasp. As she looked up, she saw her relatives' faces twisted in cruelty, their eyes devoid of any love or compassion. In that moment, Nala knew she had to escape. She had to find a way out of this hellhole, away from the people who had tormented her for so long. She slowly got up, her eyes fixed on the door, her heart beating with a newfound courage. She took a step forward, and then another, her relatives' taunts and jeers echoing in her ears. But she didn't look back, didn't flinch. She kept walking, her eyes fixed on the horizon, her heart full of hope. Nala walked for hours, the scorching sun beating down on her feet aching in her worn-out shoes. But she didn't stop, didn't look back. She knew that if she did, she would be dragged back to the Ajay household, back to the life of servitude and cruelty. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the landscape, Nala saw a figure in the distance. It was an old woman, her face lined with wrinkles, her eyes shining with kindness. She beckoned Nala to come closer, and Nala felt a sense of safety wash over her. "Child, what are you doing out here all alone?" the old woman asked, her voice warm and gentle. Nala poured out her story, tears streaming down her face as she spoke of her mother's death, her relatives' cruelty, and her desire for freedom.